this forward a little bit with the record being what it is. Last year, the barometer for a top 10 pick was 7 wins. The Bears went 7-10. They picked 9th with their own pick in the draft. Currently, they have 4 wins in an NFL that is loaded with terrible, awful 2-win teams. But the Bears have the hardest remaining schedule in the NFL with all of their NFC North games remaining. Seattle's still on the docket. San Francisco's still on the docket. Basically, the only game that it looks like they're just going to be favored in is this week against New England. Shot or no shot, the Bears will be picking in the top 10 again.
That's a shot. That's an absolute shot.
Based on the way things are going now, that could be a shot, that is for sure. The Bears will win Sunday, Cap. But it's the rest of it I'm wondering about. I know we got to take it one game at a time. They'll find a way to win on Sunday. But the point is, though, is that look at the rest of it. This was the non-conference and the quote-unquote soft landing into the NFC North.
Correct.
Okay.
4-4, and
now
you should be no worse than 6-2.
Should be.
Correct.
And in good shape. But look how the operation's been going as of late. It's been going in the wrong direction. That is a shot. That if they keep going in this direction, they will be picking the top 10. And by the way, you're going to be picking the top 10 on a team that is, to me, for the most part, ready-made to compete on both sides of the football.
Correct.
You're not ready to compete on the sidelines.
That is correct.
Here's Shane Orling.
All right, Keenan Allen has been brutal this season. There's really no way around it. He's just been brutal. He's missed time for injury, and when he is available, like yesterday, he is a drop machine. Mm-hmm. The expectation this season for Keenan was to be what he's always been, a 1,000-yard wide receiver who racks up first downs. So far on the season, he's got 21 catches for 197 yards in 6 games. And assuming that he plays the rest of the games and has a 15-game season, he's on pace for a career-low 35 first downs. It does not seem unfair at this point to question if the money and the draft capital that brought Keenan Allen to Chicago would have been better used on the offensive line. So shot or no shot, the Keenan Allen move was a mistake.
No shot. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler. He has value to this football team. No, it was not a mistake, but he's got to play better. He has to play better, period.
It's a no shot. It's not a mistake, Shay, from my standpoint. What it is I knew what we were getting when he came to the Bears because we talked about it. He was only going to be here probably just for a year, and that he'd play, what do we say, Cap, like 13, 14 games. Yeah. Now, you expect... Damn it. I mean, 18 games plus playoffs if you get there because he's a veteran presence. He's excellent on third down in his career. But the idea that on third down, Allen's got to catch that ball for the first down. He botched it. And then you turn it into a field goal. Now it's 14-9 Arizona. You have to be able to catch the football. Yep. I mean, that's all you do on third down or fourth down on the sidelines. You've got to catch the football. And for him to botch it, I did not like that at all because if anyone's going to be shorthanded, it should be that guy. You say what you want about DJ Moore, Rome Odunze's a rookie, but that's a guy there that should have caught the football. That only helps. And he did not help in that spot. This compounded the issues with this offense.
Correct.
When you drop the football.
Well,
correct.
There was the third down, too, that Caleb threw him, and it was a little high. It wasn't a good throw, but Keenan didn't even go up to make an effort at it. He just kind of waved his arms and walked off the field. That bugged me a little bit. And frankly, you know how I felt during the draft, Hody. It was you can trade for a receiver or you can draft a receiver, but it can't be both. I don't need that level of investment when we have the holes that we have on the offensive line. And now I look back and I'm like, the Commanders went out and signed Tyler Biadasz to be their center. They have a very good offensive line this season. That could have been you if you just used the capital you had available to you differently. And I know it's revisionist history and a little hindsight to 2020, but isn't that Ryan Pohl's job to get those moves right? And whether Keenan is not impactful because if somebody wants to say he's washed up or he's not being used correctly or he's not executing, it's still on Ryan Pohl's to get the move right, and right now it's not.
That is correct.
It's pathetic.
And I just thought, that we discussed, Cap, if Allen's here for a year, ultimately this is about Odunze and Williams growing up together. That was just some veteran presence along with DJ Moore to have Allen on the team.
Correct.
So,
and when you made the deal, you did not know you were getting Rome Odunze either.
You did not.
Correct.
That is correct.
But they knew they wanted him. We know that now. That was their target the whole way.
Wanted, but they didn't know they were going to get him. There were many mocks that said neither receiver, Neighbors or him, was going to be available.
You know how Odunze fell, Shay. It was Atlanta.
Well, the Penix thing, yeah.
Penix. So, I mean, that door was open because of Penix going to the Falcons. All I know is that, the offensive scheme has to be better, and you just can't drop the football. It's just, I can't believe what I saw yesterday where you just couldn't get in the end zone, or not even sniffing it. You got a couple of field goals here or there, but just not even in the end zone against that defense. I was very surprised.
You got to make a coaching change. You just do.
Shay Norwell.
Whether that's today or at the end of the season, we'll see. But I don't see him coaching this team next year.
Perfect segue, though, Kaplan, because Hoodie, the Bears have never in their history fired a head coach in season, but there is new management with Kevin Warren up at Hallis Hall. Shot or no shot, Kevin Warren will fire Eberflus before the season is over.
Kevin Warren. You heard the question. Will Kevin Warren do it?
I did. I say it's a shot. Absolutely a shot that this guy does not finish the season. Now, do I think it's happening before the New England game? I don't. If they were going to do that, they'd have done that last night. But you get trucked by Green Bay, you get trucked by Detroit and Minnesota, it's over, dude.
Will Kevin Warren do the firing?
No, he will make his GM do the firing. That's how it goes.
I will say that's a no shot.
1,000%.
I will say it's a no shot. As much as I think people have the pitchforks and torches out for Matty Eberflus, I would say that's a no shot. I think that's an end of the year scenario because nothing could salvage it in December. Either you're in or you're out. I'm just telling you. I think that he could survive the year, but afterwards he could be on Black Monday. That could be all.
Yeah, the whole thing has got to be about developing your rookie quarterback, period. And if he's going to have him out there with 2 minutes left in the game and nearly get him killed, anything's in play, in my opinion.
I think that if nothing else, Cap, the public embarrassment of the Bears, because the Bears thought they were beyond this now. All right, no more embarrassment, no more national headlines. The Bears were I'm sure as an organization was embarrassed by all that coverage.
Correct.
On all the TVs up there in Lake Forest, every time you look around, it was on ESPN, FS1, BET, CBS, MSNBC,
everywhere.
Home Garden. It was on all the channels about how the Bears were embarrassed themselves on those
Correct.
calls against the Commanders.
Correct.
And so, I mean,
they were horrific yesterday. Horrific.
Warren is one guy. Look, we've had some limited interaction with Warren. He is about optics. Huge about optics and perception.
Yep.
We know that much.
Yep.
He doesn't like to be embarrassed.
He does not.
So-
And there's no doubt who the boss is up there. And I just don't see this being a fit for what Kevin Warren's vision of the Chicago Bears is going to be. So the only question that he has to ask himself as he lives in the city, goes up to Lake Forest.
Listening to us.
Probably. The only thing he has to ask himself is it better to develop my young quarterback by getting rid of this guy now with this shaky coaching staff? And if I say yes, then who am I handing the keys to for the rest of the season? Is it John Hoke, who's been around a billion years in the NFL? Is it someone from the outside? Is there a coach out there that he wants to bring in now? I mean, who's out there that is a competent head coach that's not working? Belichick? Mike Vrabel? I don't know who else. But if the answer is I cannot allow Caleb's development to be stunted by Matt, well, then the decision's made.
If you're on hold, you will be on the air as we talk to you on this Bears Monday as the Bears lose to the Cardinals 29-9. We go around the NFL and take more of your phone calls, your reaction. Why did the Bears lose against the Cardinals yesterday? We're talking about it on the home of the Bears, Kap and J.